Hey guys, I'm Comire, this is Start and Select and we're... Sorry, 1 minute. And we're looking at the motion controls of Star Fox Zero. Alright, confession time. I don't know the difference between the sleep mode and the hibernate on my computer. All headphones kinda sound the same to me, and all wines kinda taste the same. I find it scary that people who have a lot of knowledge in politics have just as much democratic voting power as the people who haven't a clue. Oh, and I've actually never played a Star Fox game before now. So, can I talk about how Star Fox Zero recaptures the magic of the original Star Fox, either of its remakes, the GameCube games, or the DS one? No I can't. Can I make a bunch of jokes about furries and flying saucers? You betcha. Welcome to the Lilac System, a galaxy that doesn't harbour regular towns, cities and general day-to-day life of any kind, but instead is solely inhabited by colossal Death Star-style military weapons and animals dressed like incredibly flamboyant car mechanics. You control Fox McCloud, the leader of a 4-animal team of galactic fighter pilots who's tasked by the dog from the Duck Hunt game to fight the forces of Crazy Monkey Zordon to save the Lilac System. You'll be flying through the deepest reaches of space, until you hit the edge that is, shooting lasers with as much precision as a drunk toddler with a custard pie, and try not to acknowledge that the fox's natural prey is coincidentally all the members of your team. The main talking point about this game has been its controls and its perceived forced and unnecessary use of the Wii U gamepad. When you're playing Star Fox Zero, you'll pilot your R-Wing flying through the battlefield on the TV, and you'll aim your lasers from the cockpit view on the gamepad. The idea is you can see where everything is on the big screen and use that to accurately shoot down what you want on the small screen. But in reality, it just ends up feeling more like the electric gym in Pokemon Red, Blue and Yellow, where you're looking through the bins for the 2 switches. You spend ages trying to connect 2 dots that seemingly reset every 20 seconds, while moving wearily into the eye line of idiot enemy fodder. But why is that? I mean, with practice, I found shooting things alright, but I did find myself screaming over and over again, "Why haven't I hit you yet?" at my TV. I mean, there's a lot of videos and reviews out there that'll probably give you a better explanation than the one I had to give after the neighbours called the police over a potential domestic abuse case. I think there's a bit of a dissonance between the perspectives on the TV and the gamepad. In over-the-shoulder third-person shooters, I never really understand how reliable the centre of the screen crosshairs are. Using the torque bow from Gears of War and its easily visible line of sight as an example, if you're trying to shoot a target that's closer to you than your range of fire, here is obviously a different place on your screen to here. So if you're trying to shoot a target that's only 2 feet away from you, you either need to line up your target with this area of the screen, or adjust your aim so this area of your sight overlaps with the target. In first-person shooters, this isn't a problem, because no matter what the distance, the centre will always be what's directly in front of you. And there's your problem. The TV shows a third-person view, while the gamepad shows a first-person view, and it doesn't quite match up. You'll look up at the TV and let loose everything you have like a teenage boy on prom night, but it doesn't do a whole lot of good if you can't hit your target. And, sorry to say, but the perspective isn't the only Fox block here. There's the speed you and your enemies are moving at. Unless your flight path lines directly behind an enemy ship, or someone aligns behind you allowing you to somersault behind them, it's impossible to hit anyone, even with the ZR targeting. Enemies will shoot at you from a 2 o'clockish direction, light you up like grandma's birthday cake, and fly off at 7:30, and by the time you've turned your ship to follow them, they've gone. I managed to lock down one guy once and shoot at him 4 or 5 times before I realised it was bloody Falco. And then I spent the rest of the level thinking, hey, I hope he doesn't think I shot him because he said that thing about blue foxes not deserving their own clothes, let alone their own games. But if fast enemies are a problem, then you must think slow enemies must be great, right? No. There are massive gunships in Star Fox Zero that slug through space like grandma getting out of her chair after too many slices of birthday cake. You'll find yourself flying towards them while hurling a Mardi Gras parade's worth of gunfire at them like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Commando. But unfortunately, you don't land enough hits, fly past them, and your instinct is to immediately U-turn and resume fire. You see, since Star Fox is a game where you need to be flying towards your target to hit it, turning around straight away means you're not afforded the necessary run-up to land a decent amount of shots. Sure, now that you can use the gamepad to aim at areas outside your TV's field of view, you can technically carry on firing at it, but who wants to play their game like this? So if I don't kill on first sight, I have to fly outwards for 1.5 miles before I can safely U-turn and have enough flying space to land enough worthwhile hits on my target. I'm still flying out, aren't I? And you know what? Even though I did actually enjoy playing this game, I am still not done with everything that's wrong with the controls in Star Fox Zero. So, come back next time and I'll finish this off in part 2, okay? But, in the meantime, what do you think about what I've said so far? I mean, I'm a newbie to the series, so if you played the previous games before, how does it compare for you? Or if you're new to the series like me, what are your first reactions to the controls? Leave a comment down below, or chuck me a tweet. But, until next time, I've been Comire, this has been Start and Select. Thank you, and good night. Andros felt less like a megalomaniac dictator and just more like what happens if Obi-Wan Kenobi didn't shave for a month.